Okay, so we're fixing to start talking about chakras, and before we get into what chakras are, we have to do a little bit of backstory knowledge, basic physics understanding of the universe. Okay, so because when you really get into spirituality these days, and it's not really these days because a lot of this is ancient knowledge and we're just rediscovering it. But science is starting to catch up with spirituality, which is great. It's adding a lot more realness, or what's the word? Yeah, it's making it real. Substance to it, solidity to it. I don't know. But so everything in the universe is energy, okay? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It is merely transferred from one place to another, from one thing to another, continuously, all the time, okay? So you're made out of energy. The device you're watching this on is made out of energy. The chair you're sitting on is made out of energy. This bush behind me is energy. My cat right here is energy. Everything is energy. Okay? The sounds we hear, the things we see, the things we smell, everything. And this energy is the only thing that makes it different, the only thing that makes me different from this pumpkin sitting here, or you different from this bush back here, is the rate at which we're vibrating, okay? So, well, in the arrangement of our atoms, but right now we're just talking about one thing at a time. And, so all of this energy is constantly being shifted and moved and transferred, and you can, if you really sit with yourself in the universe, you can start to pick up on these subtleties, right? And you can start to realize all of the energy transferences that you're noticing, okay? Me talking right now is putting out energy from me into the world around me. Me breathing is bringing in energy from the air into my body to be used to power my body. Energy. What else? Hot and cold. When you, if you have a food that's hot and you blow on it, you're using energy to disperse energy, and it cools it. Okay, so not a scientist, but it's all basic physics. Everything is energy. All right, so now that we got that and we understand that, we can start to think of the energy within our bodies, okay? Our aura, our chakras. So we have 7 main chakras, although some energy practitioners will tell you that we have 12. We have 7 and then some on either side that kind of extend out of our body, because some of them do that. And then there are also, I forget the exact number, 144 comes to mind. I'm not really sure how accurate that is. Minor chakras throughout our bodies, and they all govern something, okay? And you'll find them mostly at meridian points, like pressure points and whatnot throughout the body. All this Eastern medicine stuff kind of correlates and connects to one another in that sense. But we're just going to talk about the 7 main chakras, because that's all anybody ever talks about, is the 7 main chakras. And honestly, I don't know a whole lot about the minor chakras. It's my goal to learn, so stay tuned for that. But my local library has one book on chakras. It is this thick, which is great, but it has been checked out for the past 3 months. So I'm just waiting for it to come back in, and then I'll know more. But right now, the 7 main chakras. So chakras are energy centers in your body. They're where energy pulls and swirls until it moves on to the next chakra, where it pulls and swirls till it moves up to the next chakra. And it starts at the bottom and works its way up. That's the direction of the flow of energy, is from down to up, because we're also gaining energy from the earth herself, and it flows up from her to us through our chakras. And so it starts with the root chakra. So the root chakra is your first chakra. It is located at the base of your spine, so where your tailbone is. And from there, it comes up to your sacral chakra, sacral, who knows, chakra, at your womb space, so below your belly button in your bottom stomach abdomen area. From there, it moves up to your solar plexus chakra, which is, it's right here above your belly button, but in your upper stomach area. Then it moves up to your heart, which is exactly where you would think that is located, to your throat, which is exactly where you think that is located, to your third eye chakra, is right here in the center of your forehead. And then your crown chakra is at the top of your head, kind of like right here, like, yeah. And so each chakra has its own personality, per se, and governs different aspects of your life. And if your chakra is balanced and healthy, then energy flows unobstructed, gracefully through it to bring balance to those aspects of your life, yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, all the things. And then is allowed to freely flow up to the next chakra, and so on and so forth, all the way up. Chakras can become overactive, in which case they are bolsterous in their personalities. I'll have a lot more examples of this in the coming videos. I'm going to break down each chakra individually and tell you what it dictates, what it governs, what it controls, what an overactive looks like, what an underactive looks like, and how to balance those out individually. But for example, if your solar plexus chakra is overactive, you may be overly ambitious, egotistical, the archetype of the really crappy, power-hungry boss comes to mind, the CEO or whatnot that is not great of a person. That would be an overactive solar plexus chakra. Underactive solar plexus chakra would be someone who is quiet, not confident, self-conscious, they don't believe in themselves, and a blocked chakra can often cause the underactive problems that we see. An overactive chakra is not so much blocked as it's pulling too much energy to it. But when one chakra pulls too much energy to it, it takes from the other ones, so you may be lacking in another area, chakra-wise. So that's the gist of that. There are a lot of things that you can do to heal your chakras. Sounds, vibrations, light therapy, color therapy, regular therapy, talking about the traumas and the problems you've had in your life, the false beliefs that cause all of these blockages and whatnot in your chakras, because you are what you believe and think and see and feel and interact with and act and all that. So everything that we come in contact with and everything that we are has an effect on our chakras in some way, form, or fashion. So being balanced is all about self-awareness and understanding of the different aspects of yourself that make up a balanced individual, if that makes sense. You can really get into it by understanding each chakra and knowing what correlates to which, because everything that we come everything can be correlated to a chakra. There are different interpretations of the chakras per se. An example of this is in Eastern history and spirituality. They represent chakras from certain shapes or in certain shapes, and mandalas per se. I think it's called something else. It's not actually a mandala. That's not the term when it's used with the chakras, but I don't remember what it is. Right off the top of my head. Whereas the Western interpretation of chakras is in the form of colors. So you'll see them associated with the colors of the rainbow. So red being your first and violet being the crown, and correlating respectively through there to the rainbow. So maybe I don't think one is right over the other being wrong. I think they're both interpretations of the same thing, because when you get into spirituality, everything is relative. When you get into science, a lot of things are relative. There's this whole study called the split something experiment. I wish I retained specific information better, but they shot light particles at something, and whether someone was looking at it happening or whether they weren't looking at it happening dictated whether the light acted as particles or waves. So that's just a drop in the bucket of information about that. Really check out Spirit Science if you want the scientific, hardcore, factual proof of these types of things. But I'm just going to give you the basic overviews and then point you in the right direction of the resources. But yeah, so when you get into things like this, your interpretation of it and what feels right within you has a lot to do with it, okay? Because since we are energy, we put our energy into things, and that's how we affect things. But we're getting into a whole other video topic, and I think that's the basic overview of the chakras that I can give you in this video. And check out the next ones, the following ones. We're going to be going over each chakra individually, one by one. Oh, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow at earth_and_water across all platforms, and then I'll see you later.